Hello ladies and gentlemen, Judge Magister Phoenix, and I hope you're all having a great day today, whatever day you're watching this. Currently in England right now, we're having like a torrential rain, stormy thing. If you've seen on the news, like loads of parts of the country are flooded. Luckily enough, I'm not in one of those parts. I don't feel I could be flooded around here, at least to me, in a logical point. I'm on a sort of hill, and I'm also next to a forest, so I can imagine that most of the water would be sucked up by the earth, but I could be wrong. I'm just thinking logically here. But anyway, past the weather, because that's not of any importance. If you notice, this is an update video, and currently you should be watching some Star Wars Demolition gameplay. Now this is old gameplay recorded on my old capture card, so I do apologise for the quality. The video will not be 720p, of course, because my old capture card did not record in HD. Excuse me. But it's a brilliant PlayStation 1 game that I used to play a lot when I was younger. Absolutely loved it. I'm not going to... I won't go, obviously, into too much details, but it could potentially be one of the games in the future I play. I have got a lot of PlayStation 1 games I would like to do playthroughs of. But anyway, this is an update video, so I'll let you watch the gameplay whilst I'm speaking. This won't be a very long 5 minute update, and that's about it. I just wanted to let you guys know about a few things I'll be doing with my channel from now on. It's mostly just to do with the content, nothing to do with hiatuses or anything. But I'm leaving Skyrim for now. If you've noticed by now, the epilogue has been uploaded, and I'm going to be leaving that. Sorry, someone invited me on Xbox, and I was sort of looking at it like, yeah, I'm like a moth drawn to a flame or fire or a light, whatever. We're getting sidetracked again, people. I'm sorry, I'm very... dear me, I seriously have a problem with getting sidetracked. But anyway, I will be leaving Skyrim for now. If you've noticed, the epilogue is up, and that's the end of Chapter 1. I decided I want to do it almost like a novel. Obviously, it is story, so I wanted to sort of have it a bit like a story novel sort of feel, where I am the narrator, and I'm telling, with the prologue and epilogue, being the narrator, I'm telling you what's going on in Sha'ir's mind and what's going to happen. And Chapter 1 is now finished. I'm going to leave it for now to see if it absorbs any interest. Mainly because I've been doing a bit too many Xbox games, I've noticed, and where my roots were when I started this channel, it was PlayStation 2 games. And I feel a bit bad for not having gone back to my PlayStation 2 games just because I've got a fancy new capture card that can record Xbox games. And I know that a lot of my subscribers, a lot of you guys that subscribed to my channel, were during the days when I was doing PlayStation 2 games, and I feel like for those who came for that content, I've sort of cheated, not cheated, but I sort of, I've left you without any PlayStation 2 gameplay. I mean, for all I know, some of you came just for my commentary, some of you may have just came for the games, I'm not quite sure. But I'm going back to where I first started this channel, my roots. I'm going back to my roots and playing PlayStation 2 games. Skyrim, for now, as I said, I'm going to leave it to see if it absorbs any interest. See if people want it to come back, then I'll gladly bring it back. It won't be too hard to bring it back. We can jump right into Chapter 2. But for now, I'm going to leave it alone. If people do want it back, then please just leave some comments. But for now, as I said, I'd like to see if it absorbs any interest, and that will be what will propel it through to the next chapter. Now, as for PlayStation 2 games, I am definitely going to be finishing off Medal of Honor Frontline, for I did not finish that off a year ago. I started it and never finished it off, so that's going to be finished off. I'm going to change the title around and all that because I don't like the whole Let's Play. As I said before, I don't like that terminology. Also, going to be basically during the week, it's going to be 2 different PlayStation 2 games. One day it'll be one of them, next day it'll be another, and it'll be like an every other day sort of thing. I'm not quite sure what the other PlayStation 2 game is going to be yet. I could make a list if you guys want to pick specifically, or if you're happy for me to choose. I usually just play my favourite games. I talk about them essentially. I'm sure by now, if you a regular viewer, you know what my commentary is like. FF12 will eventually come back, and it will be coming back soon, because I know that is where most of my subscribers have come from, and I do apologise to everyone who has been waiting for it, or had been waiting for it. I do apologise if that people not getting to see it has made them unsubscribe. That's totally understandable. I do apologise, but I left it on I went on hiatus for real life reasons, and then basically I just haven't got back to it yet because it's a game that's full of so much different content, and being a perfectionist, I want to make sure I get as much information crammed into my commentaries as possible. but I also know that when I was doing it beforehand, it was quite relaxed, and although I gave information about the game, I didn't cram every piece of information about the game into it. So I may go back to that a lot sooner than I say now, or it may be a little bit longer, but it shouldn't be too much longer because I do want to get my teeth back into that, sink my teeth into it, and finish that Let's Play. I can't believe I said that. Just finish that playthrough because it's my most favourite game of any console, anything. It's just my most favourite game. So, but yes, I'm going back to my roots. I'm going back to PlayStation 2 games, and I'll be making sure to upload them. Viva Pinata was a one-off, just to let everyone know. If people really want to see that come back, I have to have people tell me that. But for now, I'm going to leave it as it was. It was just a spontaneous video that I felt like creating. Just felt like making a garden, having a bit of fun. And as for Bladestorm, I will be continuing that because I had intended that to be a proper playthrough. The way I usually play my favourite games, I'm not like a lot of people who do video games on YouTube, like videos, because I've noticed that a lot of them just play the latest games, and that's because they think that that's going to get them lots of views. I can't stand that type of person that just plays the latest games because they think that's going to get them a lot of views. I can't stand that. The only what word am I looking for? The only situation where I'm going to play a game that has come out recently is because I really enjoy that game. It's it's part of my favourite series, like Lightning Returns. However, I will not be uploading any Lightning Returns videos for some time because I've decided it just wasn't worth the £40 paying for a steelbook. I sort of slapped myself for saying you really can't. Oh god, I keep forgetting my words. You really can't justify buying that game for £40 just for a steelbook. As beautiful as it was, and as much as I wanted one special edition from the Final Fantasy 13 series, I've remembered, I slapped myself and said, look how crappy they've made this series. Look how much of a cash cow Square Enix has made it. Look how much they've kicked you down. They've kicked you down as a fan and just ruined one of your favourite series because they couldn't care less. And I said to myself, no, I'm not going to buy it until it's very cheap. And I know eventually at Sainsbury's, just like Final Fantasy 13 too, it will shoot down to £15, if not a tenner or £10. And then I'll buy it then. By then it'll probably have been out for a couple of months or maybe even longer. I'm not quite bothered. If I can eventually play it, I'm happy with that. And I will still be doing a playthrough of that game because, as I said, it's part of one of my favourite game series. The Final Fantasy series. Final Fantasy 13 series and Final Fantasy... just that whole Final Fantasy-ness thing. So, yes. But, as I said, I only play games that I enjoy playing, that are my favourite games. I don't play games just to get the views. I don't play specific games because they're popular, because they're recent, etc. I don't do that. And with my commentary, it's not just some, oh, I'm so scared, and then I have a face cam of me overreacting to probably the unscariest thing in the world. Yes, I am hinting to one of the most popular YouTubers in the world, but at the end of the day, his content is absolute crap. Okay, that's just how it is in my opinion. And if you notice, most of his fan base are built up of kids that will find anything funny. Okay, from 10 to 13, probably even younger, you'll find anything funny. That's just my opinion. And let's face it, from those at that age range, pretty much you're ignorant for a long time. There are a fair few that aren't ignorant, but most of that age bracket are very ignorant. Hence why he's probably got so many ignorant subscribers. But anyway, let's not rant. This is not a rant video. We're not talking about that person. Extortionist. But yes, so I only play games that I enjoy, so that's what I will be doing. I'll be playing classics as well, of course, games that I feel are classics. Eventually, the Xbox games will come back. I'll probably, slot them in with one PlayStation 2 game. It'll probably be the Saboteur soon, because I really love that game, and it's just brilliant, and it is a classic game. There's lots of other Xbox games I can think of, but PlayStation 2 will be the first. And of the games I'm thinking of right now, I've got Seek and Destroy, Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. I've got another Medal of Honor, that Rising Sun. I'm not quite sure if I really want to touch on that one, but... And then I have loads of other PlayStation 2 games, The Punisher, etc. If people really want to know the list so they can choose, that's absolutely fine. Please do tell me if you want to choose a game out of my collection. I have quite a few, and that'll be fine with me, because I'll be giving you games that are my favourites, so it's not like I'll be playing a game that I don't like. Anyway, this has gone way longer than I expected it to. I kind of went off on a tangent, but thank you for listening to this update video. I'll probably have to add some different video. No, you should still be watching some footage of Star Wars Demolition. I'm 100% sure I have a longer video of that. But anyway, yes. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Also, the Sly Cooper series, I will be doing a playthrough of. That possibly could be the second game. I love that series, and I do really want to get a playthrough of every single game of that series, minus the PlayStation 3 one, because I don't have a PlayStation 3. And I've noticed that it came out last year, but it's already being sold. The only ones being sold on Amazon now are actually pre-owned games, so they couldn't have made that many copies, which is a big shame. Also, there's a Sly Cooper movie. That's going to be awesome, except for they all look really realistic, and that's just upsetting because it's meant to be comic-like, but that's the movie industry for you. They fuck up something somewhere in your favourite franchise, not Final Fantasy franchise. Square Enix does a brilliant job of fucking up any franchise that they own. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. I shall see you in my next video. Should be this weekend, Saturday, tomorrow. If it's not, then I just got lazy and I couldn't be able to record. But I will make sure that I do not do that. Anyway, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, once more. I hope you have a great day today. Hope you have lots of fun this weekend, and I shall see you in my next video. Goodbye for now. Take care, everyone.